Hello friends, and welcome to Picturesology in the series of planets through various houses. Today we will learn about the placement of Jupiter in the 11th house for Aquarius Ascendant. And when the Ascendant is Aquarius, which is the 11th sign of the zodiac, the 11th house falls in the Sagittarius sign. So this video will talk about Jupiter in the sign of Sagittarius for Aquarius Ascendant. So we have a horoscope with Aquarius as the ascendant sign. And before we see the effects of Jupiter in the 11th house or in Sagittarius, let's see how does Jupiter behaves for an Aquarius Ascendant. So we know Jupiter owns two signs, the sign of Sagittarius, which falls in the 11th house of this horoscope, and the sign of Pisces, which falls in the 2nd house. So according to Vedic astrology, any planet which owns the 11th house becomes a functional malefic planet, and the ownership of the 2nd house is considered as a neutral. So overall, Jupiter becomes a functional malefic planet for an Aquarius Ascendant. Although naturally Jupiter is a biggest benefit. So there is this one dichotomy. However, Jupiter is placed in the 11th house. 11th house is known as Upachaya house, or in other words, it is one of the best houses for malefic planets to be in. And it also shows your gains in life. So this placement generally has a very positive impact on the overall chart. And now we will look into the specific areas which Jupiter affects. So Jupiter, as you know, is the lord of 11th house, and it is placed in this house also. So 11th house matters will be affected by this placement. 2nd house, because Jupiter is lord of Pisces sign, which falls here. And in Vedic astrology, Jupiter has special aspects. The 5th aspect falls on the 3rd house, the 7th aspect falls on the 5th house, and the 9th house aspect of Jupiter would fall on the 7th house. So 3rd house, 5th house and 7th house will have a direct influence because of the placement of Jupiter here, and we will quickly talk about all of these areas in next few minutes. So let's begin with the 11th house, and first thing which comes into the mind when talking about 11th house is it is known as the house of gains. In fact, all kind of gains which a person can have. This is also a very important house for money, for earning money. Now, Jupiter is not only placed in this house of gains, but it is also lord of this house. And at the same time, Jupiter owns the 2nd house, because we have Pisces sign here. And 2nd house shows the wealth which you accumulate in life. It is the other most important house when it comes to money related matters. So you see, the 2nd house as well as the 11th house lord is very well placed in its mool trikon sign in the 11th house itself. And also the 2nd house is the house of your family, which shows especially your family of birth. So invariably, in more than 90% of the cases when you see this combination, the person is usually born rich. They are born in a very rich family. And you know, they are not just born in rich family. Vedic astrology and basically all Vedic sciences, they talk about 3 types of problem which a human life can face. The first type is biological problem or related to your body, like any disease you can have or some kind of problem in the human body. The second type is classified as Devic, or something which on which humans have no control, like natural disasters. So if you have earthquake or volcanic eruptions or floods, anything which is not in human control. So those can also be problematic to human life. And the third type is called as bhotik, which literally means physical or anything related to money. So basically, any basic human needs which can be fulfilled by money, which could be a very good home, great food, wonderful clothing, anything related to physical needs. And it is said that when such a strong Jupiter is here in the 11th house, which is Jupiter in the Sagittarius sign for Aquarius Ascendant, then the person never faces physical problem in his entire life. From the time of their birth, which happens in rich family, till the time of their last breath. These people are given full protection from the physical kind of issues or bhotik kind of problems which can happen in human life. So in that sense, it is a very, very blessed position. Now let's quickly talk about friends. These people are known to have a very large social circle. They are well known in the society, and at the same time their social circle is also pretty big. Their family, they are also generally born in a large family, and the family members, see, second house lord is in the 11th house of gains, so the family members always help them in any kind of business or setting up their own life. And not just family members, the elders in the family. Jupiter represents elders of the family. They always take care of the family members. So the amount of support which they get from their family, from the social life, is generally incredible. And their friends are also usually very learned. Again, Jupiter is a planet which shows wisdom, which shows knowledge. So they are friends with very knowledgeable people. They are friends with people who have very good connections. Jupiter is like a minister in the king's court. So overall, from the 11th house perspective, this is a wonderful placement. Now we have already touched upon it a little bit, but just to call it out, this placement of Jupiter generally gives a very, very strong bond between siblings. See, 11th house shows your elder siblings, which has Jupiter in its own house. And from here, Jupiter has an aspect on the third house, which shows your younger brothers or younger siblings. And the Lord of second house, which shows your family, is also Jupiter in a strong position. So what it says, it shows big family, meaning younger brothers, elder brothers, and the coordination or connection or relationship between the brothers is also very good. And many times they can end up doing business or family business along with their elder and younger siblings. So this is a common observation with this placement. Now let's talk about the fifth house. One of the various aspects of fifth house is one that it is known as house of Purva Punya or good karmas of past life. And Jupiter's placement here in direct aspect on this kind of blesses this people, with a lot of easy access in life. We already talked about how, they would be born in rich family, and that is part of the Purva Punya. At the same time, it is a good placement for knowledge. These people tend to have a good routine in their life. In Eastern cultures, you will find they would be someone who would wake up early. They would do some kind of religious or spiritual routine. They will follow it very, very honestly. And in Western cultures, you will find such people to be, church goers. They will go to church every Sunday. They would take part in church activities or social activities. very, very diligently, and that would happen since the childhood. The only thing is about kids. This placement of Jupiter generally shows a delay in having a child. See, we did talk about that how Jupiter is a functional malefic. It is a negative planet because of the lordship of the 11th house, and that generally manifests in getting, they do get child. It's not that they don't, but there is, invariably a delay, and sometimes some kind of medical help is also needed before they get child. But their children do well in life, and like other things, they are lucky in terms of the children's or kids' life as well. It's only that in getting the children, they usually find some delays. Now let's talk about the 7th house, which shows your marriage and partnership, because Jupiter has an aspect on the 7th house directly, which is the 9th aspect. And just as has been the theme, this is a wonderful placement for a happy and long married life. People with this placement generally enjoy a very stable and happy marital life, and it is also great for business partnership. You see, Jupiter is placed in the house of gains, so many times after marriage their business improves by leaps and bounds, and otherwise also if they get into some kind of business partnership with anybody, they generally do very well. So my friends, this was my quick analysis of Jupiter in the sign of Sagittarius for Aquarius Ascendant. I hope you liked the explanations. Please do subscribe to my channel right here and share this video. Thank you for watching so far, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.